Hello dear students. In our last part of video, we have discussed the concept of pH. We have discussed pH scale and how does it affect the strength of acid and base. Now the question is that why we need to study pH? Are we using pH in our daily life? Yes. pH has a lot of importance in our everyday life. And this whole topic is asked as a direct give reason question in your board exams, either for 1 mark or for 3 mark. Okay, so we'll begin the first example. The first example is pH and acid rain. How pH can be used to determine acid rain. Now when we call rain as acid rain, you have studied in your lower classes that when oxides like NO2, SO2, CO2, they mix in rainwater and come on the earth, we call it as acid rain. But if I talk with respect to pH, rain, if it has pH less than 5.5, rainwater less than pH 5.5, then such rain will be called as acid rain. You have to remember this concept. Okay, now when the rainwater has pH less than 5.5, it acts as acid and then it will affect aquatic life, as well as it affects the marble structures. Marble structures, metals, etc. And therefore this acid rain is dangerous to us. The survival of aquatic life becomes difficult when the rainwater has pH less than 5.5. Now when rainwater comes on the earth as acid rain, obviously it is going to affect the soil also. It will make soil also acidic, and therefore let us see how pH is going to affect the soil. Now if the soil becomes acidic, then it will be not suitable for the plants. Anything which is acidic in nature, it is not suitable for the living beings. Slightly acidic is okay, slightly basic is okay, but too much acidic or too much basic will be always a dangerous situation. Okay, now if the soil becomes acidic, it is not suitable for the plants. Then how do farmers will grow soil in this? Because such soil is not a healthy soil. So we need to neutralize. Therefore, neutralization of soil is necessary. That is neutralization of excess acid in soil, that is necessary. And how it is done? Farmers add salts, I will say basic salts in this, like calcium oxide, calcium hydroxide, calcium carbonate, etc. in soil. Now what happens? These are basic in nature. They will neutralize the soil, they will neutralize the excess acid in the soil, and the soil will become healthy for the growth of the plants. And therefore, for healthy growth of the plants, these salts need to be added. Got it? pH is useful or an important concept in our digestive system also. We know human blood has a pH of 7.4. I will say on a general note, all living organisms, they need the pH, whether it is a plant or whether it is animal, they need the pH of 7.0 to 7.8. So this pH range is a suitable range. If pH fluctuates than this, then it is going to affect the life. Okay, now how it is affecting our digestive system? We know there is one enzyme called as pepsin in our digestive system. You have studied that it is in stomach. It is required for the digestion of the proteins, and this pepsin requires acidic pH. Okay, now how acidic pH is created in the stomach? By producing HCl. We know in our stomach HCl, this acid is produced. This acid will make the pH acidic, and therefore it will help in the activation of pepsin. But if excessive HCl is produced, then it will cause acidity. Now acidity can be caused by many reasons, like too much of spicy eating, remaining hungry for a longer duration of time. Many reasons are there. So if the stomach produces excessive or too much acid, then it will cause acidity. Now this acidity causes irritation in the stomach, pain in the stomach, and too much or continuous acidity also can lead to ulcer. And therefore acidity has to be cured. Now how can we cure acidity? Since it is acid, we can cure it by using base, because we know base will neutralize acid. Okay, so base such as magnesium hydroxide, it is commonly called as milk of magnesia. It is the common ingredient of most of antacids. So whatever antacids you people are consuming, like Digene, it will have this milk of magnesia. And this is your 1 mark question. What is milk of magnesia? What is the common name of magnesium hydroxide, which is the most common ingredient of most of the antacid? Okay, now what is antacid? Antacid means the one which is used against acidity, and they will be basic in nature. So pH in our digestive system is really an important one, because we need to maintain the pH at a limited acidic range. The excessive acid can also be produced in our body due to indigestion. So this whole topic, the pH in our digestive system, I will mark it as very important one, because many a times it's a asked question. Okay, either what do you mean by antacids, which is the most common antacid, how pH affect the digestive system, so on. pH is also responsible for tooth decay. How? It's a very interesting concept. Tooth decay starts, or tooth decay begins when the pH of our mouth is less than 5.5. So I will say on a general note, all the things which are pH below 5.5, it will be acidic in nature. Okay, first we'll try to understand what is tooth decay and all these things. We know our teeth, they are covered by enamel, the hardest known substance. Now what is enamel chemically? It is calcium phosphate. Again I will say, this is your 1 mark question. So what is enamel? The hardest known substance, its chemical name is calcium phosphate. Now when we eat the food, what happens? The sugar present in the food, that is acted by bacteria. Bacteria is already present in our mouth. These bacteria degrade sugar and therefore they produce acid. Now when we are eating too much of sugar, or I will say chocolates, what will happen? They will result in the production of more acid, or I will say excess acid in mouth. As a result, what will happen? The pH of our mouth will fall below 5.5, and when this is the condition, tooth decay begins. Means whenever the pH in our mouth falls below 5.5, this enamel, calcium phosphate, it starts degrading, and that is what we call as tooth decay. And this is the scientific reason behind that. Now, is there any cure for it? Yes, we have to need any basic substance that can be used to prevent tooth decay. So, toothpaste which we are using, it is basic in nature. Since toothpaste is basic in nature, it will help to neutralize the excess acid in our mouth, and our teeth will remain safe. And therefore, it is very much necessary to brush our teeth during night time or before we go to bed. The next is pH and milk. Milk and pH? Yes, milk is related to pH. Whatever fresh milk is given to us by milkman, it has some soda added to it. I will say this, baking soda. So milkman adds a little bit baking soda to it. Why? Because baking soda, it is basic in nature. Especially in summer days, the milk may get sour very quickly. That means milk may turn highly acidic. So to prevent this, baking soda is added. What happens when baking soda is added to it? pH becomes, or pH will go to basic side. Therefore, such milk will take a little bit time to get sour, because from basic it will come to neutral, and from neutral to acidic. Therefore, such milk will take time to get sour. It will not get spoiled easily. But one thing is there, such milk which has baking soda added to it will take time to settle as curd. Why? Because we are added basic soda or baking soda to it. Since we are added baking soda, we have made the pH of milk basic. Then from basic, the pH will fall down to neutral, from neutral to acidic range, and therefore it will take time to settle as curd. Even the plants and animals use the concept of pH as a self-defense. Very interesting one. If you have got stung sometime by honeybee or ant, then it causes irritation, it causes pain. Okay, now why? This sting of honeybee or ant, they contain methanoic acid, also called as formic acid. Its formula is HCOOH. And because of presence of this methanoic acid, because of presence of this formic acid, irritation is experienced by us. So this is a self-defense mechanism used by honeybee or ant. Whenever they think that there is some danger around them, they will sting it, and because that sting contains methanoic acid, it will cause irritation, the danger will move away. Similarly, the hair of nettle plant, they also contain same methanoic acid in them. So suppose you touch the leaves of nettle plant, then suppose you touch the leaves of the nettle plant, then they will also cause irritation. And this is a self-defense mechanism. I will call it as a chemical warfare. So this there is one more term. Sorry, not chemical, burning pain. So this is also, I will mark this as also a frequently asked question. Okay, so we have seen in today's video, pH is used in our daily life at so many places. It is not that pH is only for theory. In our daily life, we are using pH like in our defense, in our digestive system it is there. Even the plants and animals are using it as a self-defense. Farmers do use it, etc. Before we wind up today's session, here are some examples of naturally occurring acids. Now this can be asked as your MCQ question, and that's why I want to give you this, people. Vinegar contains acetic acid, tomato contains oxalic acid, and so on. You have to learn all these examples. I will say even orange contains citric acid. All citrus fruits contain citric acid. Sour milk, curd contains lactic acid. Just now I have told you that milkman adds baking soda to milk, so it prevents the conversion into lactic acid. Okay, so I hope you have understood the importance of pH in our daily life. Now based on today's session, I am giving you certain questions. Using this module, you will try to solve these questions. I hope you have understood the things. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.